Alone in the wildness. We do a lot of dumb things at school, but one of the dumbest is this program called man making. The teachers say it turns boys into men, but unlike wimps like Marco Rossi, I'm already a man. I have hair in my armpits, you should see it. It's like a bush under there, mate. At man making, we have to yell out stupid things like real men don't fight, and then we hold up boxing pads and punch them. But one time Meatball missed the pads and got my nose, so I kicked him in the ghoulies and he screamed real high. It was funny. Last week we went on a man making camp in the bush, and in the morning Mum asked for the list of stuff to take and I couldn't find it, and she said, "Look at the bottom of your bag, Dwayne," and there it was, squashed under an old banana. "You're supposed to give it to me a week ago," she said. I don't worry about lists because they always tell you lots of useless stuff, like bring 6 pairs of undies to camp when you only need 1 or none. "It says you need a whistle," said Mum. "Oh yeah." I remember our year coordinator, Mr. Brewer, telling us we have to spend a night by ourselves in the bush, and if something bad happens, like we get attacked by a serial killer or a koala bear, we have to blow the whistle, and Mr. Brewer will save us, although it might take him a while because he's got a huge beer gut. "We don't have a whistle," Mum said. She asked Dad, and he said he didn't have a whistle either, but he had something better. When he showed me, I said, "You gotta be joking, mate," and he put the thing to his mouth and blew a song from the old days. It was a harmonica. "It'll have to do," said Mum. That day, all us boys were dropped off in a different spot in the bush. I had to set up my tent and cook dinner, and didn't get off to a good start because the long pole that holds up my tent was missing. I tried to cook dinner, but I must have turned the gas on too high, because when I lit the stove, the flames shot up and my eyebrows would have burned off, except I don't have eyebrows because I got burned off a few weeks ago, and now I have ones drawn on by Meatball. I decided to eat a can of baked beans cold, but the can opener didn't work and I yelled, "What's wrong with this can opener?" But it still didn't work. So I went to find some bush tucker like I saw a bloke do on TV once. There was a tree with purple berries and they tasted foul, but I ate them anyway because I was starving. I went to sleep okay, but I woke up in the middle of the night because my guts felt like they were on fire. My bottom started making loud noises, and I was glad I was sleeping under the stars, because if I was in a tent, it would have stunk real bad. I turned on the torch and tried to find the toilet roll in my bag, but it wasn't there. Meatball! We're always pranking each other, but taking my toilet paper was a low blow. Then, I remembered pricking a hole in the bottom of Meatball's water bottle while he was chatting up Maylee before we left, and he should be getting pretty thirsty by now. This made me smile until my butt started yelling for a toilet, so I took my torch and found some leaves to use for wiping. I learned that leaves don't make good toilet paper, especially when they have bull ants all over them. Yow! The bull ants bit my butt. They crawled into places where no ant should ever go. When I got back to camp, I heard sniffing and shuffling and thought it might be Meatball playing another trick, even though he should be miles away. I shone the torch and it was a giant pig, and it was trying to open the can of baked beans, but it wasn't using the can opener, it was using its tusks, which were the size of gangster knives. It looked up and stared at me like it wanted to eat me instead of the baked beans. I reached into my pocket and pulled out the harmonica and blew and sucked as hard as I could. The pig squealed and ran away. I waited for Mr. Brewer to show up, but he didn't, because he was probably too busy drinking beer. When I woke up, my butt was killing me from the ant bites, and I was starving, so I found the can of baked beans. Luckily, the pig had made a hole in it with its tusks, so I tried to suck some bean juice for brekkie, but a bean blocked the hole, and hardly any came out. It was the worst night of my life, so I sat down and played the harmonica and felt so bad, I started feeling good. The end.